keep the hard-hitting CES boxing rolling on as our next fighter makes his way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Davis.
Coming in all the way from Brockton, Massachusetts, here is Steven Davis. Ray, you and I have seen him in the past. We saw him right here, actually, in 2023 against Mike Kimball. Now, Davis's record may not look like much at 1-7-1, but Davis has been in there against anybody, a lot of times on short notice without much of a training camp, and he's taken every opportunity he can. Last time out in August, he fought to a draw against Ryan Venable, also a very durable, tough fighter. So Davis, again, stepping up the level of competition. There's something to be said about a fighter who's always ready. I think those are the ones that you sometimes have to look out for the most.
I know Steven Davis very well. Fought one of my fighters. Been in the gym a couple times. Like I said, you got a record 1-7. You always, look at that record. He's an opponent. He comes to fight. And I know everyone says everybody comes to fight. But he comes to win.
He comes to win.
To win. And he gives his all. It's going to happen for him. This is a fighter that you want to, take pride in. He doesn't quit.
Coming to the ring, Carlos Perez.
Now, his opponent tonight, Carlos Perez from New Haven, Connecticut, by way of Puerto Rico. Very interesting story. Perez, only 4-0. He's 30 years of age. A lot of time to make up in the ring. Ray, he had a lot of time off, too. Actually had a 4-year layoff between 2021 and 2025. Had some personal problems outside of the ring that prevented him from continuing his career. Also had 2 years off during the pandemic. So he lost a lot of time as an up-and-coming prospect. But since he's come back, this now his third fight of the year, continues to get better each time. In search of that first knockout victory, he's won 4 fights all by decision. But every time we've seen Perez, he's had to work. He's had to go the distance. He's had to stick it out and tough it out each time. I think that's done something for his confidence moving forward. Every time we see him, he looks better.
And he always comes to that ring. I always say he's like an angry fighter. Like he wants, like someone took something from him. Hopefully, Steven Davis didn't take nothing from him.
Could be all that time off, Ray, Let's set up Adam Palazzo for the official introduction.
Fight fans, before I announce the particulars of this fight, I'd like you all to give a round of applause to Judge Glenn Feldman, who will be judging his 2000th fight right now. The following bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 140 pounds. Tonight he fights his 10th pro bout, hailing from Brockton, Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, Steven Dangerous Davis. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the silver trunks. He weighed in at 139 3/4 pounds. His pro record, perfect. 4 wins, no losses. Hailing from Meriden, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, Carlitos Way, Carlos Perez. Your official for this bout is Mr. Ricky Gonzalez.
Gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up.
Here we go. 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Carlos Perez in the silver trunks taking on Steven Davis in the black. We want to mention tonight, by the way, for those of you watching us tonight on Nesson or wherever you're watching us, pay attention to the QR code on the screen when you see the timer. That's your opportunity to wear a pair of pink custom gloves worn in tonight's action. Now, these gloves are pink because it is a pink out tonight in honor of the Joanne Sullivan Memorial Fund. Proceeds from the fight going toward the fund, which will help fuel important research for breast cancer awareness. So please give and give generously. And of course, scan that QR code for your opportunity to win and be a part of the CES Pink Out tonight at the Autumn Classic. Davis coming out swinging early, like you said, Ray. He comes to win.
He definitely does. He got a new corner there. He used to be with the Capios, now he's with the Bishop's gym. Let's see if that helps with that difference there, if that's the push he needs.
All it takes is one win, Ray. You've seen fighters in the past have slower than usual starts to their career, and they are able to turn up to a different level later in their careers or later in life. And like you said, maybe something just sticks. A different trainer can get more out of you than somebody else.
Yeah, and maybe that one win definitely gets the undefeated fighter. It wakes you up and tells yourself, I can do this.
Davis, 35 years of age, again fighting out of Brockton, Mass. Perez, 30 years, wants to get going and get going quickly, and he's done that.
Perez is doing, that's what he does all the time. He's coming forward, lands them big left hooks and right hands. I'd like to see Davis more on his toes, you know, make him use them legs. Don't try to stay in front of Perez. Perez can hit.
As we mentioned, Ray, this is Perez's third fight of the year since his comeback. Takes a nice stiff jab there. Had that time off between 2021 and 2025. Looking to stay super busy. Last time we saw him was in May. Had a unanimous decision win over Shaquille Rushing. Just slowly but surely shaking off that ring rust for 4 years.
I mean, Davis looks good when he comes forward. He's landing that straight right hand because Perez he's not moving his head. He's just looking to throw that big right hand. That big left hand, I'm sorry, the lefty. Takes me time to wake up.
Happens to all of us. 1 minute to go here in round number one. Again, this one is scheduled for 4. Good body work there by Perez.
I mean, Davis, he's walking to his right, which he should be going to his left, because he's walking Perez straight left hand.
But what you're seeing here in this first round is what you get from Stephen Davis. He's coming forward, he's coming at you, he's coming to win. Don't be fooled by the record. He's not just going to go down and give you that W that you're hoping for.
And when you get a listen, that's the thing that's probably hurting him, because he comes to fight.
Yeah.
Come to box. Try to outbox these people. Change that. Just don't change your corner.
Perez trying to burrow his way in, get Davis backed against the ropes.
And straight left. There goes Perez.
There comes Davis now. Well, Davis has a couple of body shots in the corner on Perez. The action getting a little chippy here in the final 10 seconds.
Davis wants to rumble.
He sure does.
It's either hurt him or help him.
Well, there's the bell, and you know something? Perez will give him an opportunity to rumble if he wants it. Good opening first round. What do you see from Perez so far?
You know, that round was a beautiful round for Davis. You know, he came forward, put his head down, but Perez just kept landing that straight left hand. You know, you got Davis covered up a lot there. He opened up the last 30 seconds, but I still gave that round there to Perez. He's landing much bigger shots and backed him up all day.
As you know, Ray, as you see Glenn Feldman judging fight number 2,000 in his career, judging is so difficult. It's about perspective. It's what style you appreciate the most. Davis may come in wild, swinging, but who's landing the impactful blows? So far, that's what Perez is doing.
Yeah. And every judge, they see the fight on a different angle. You know, the fighter could be behind you. You look like he's blocking or he's landing. And then the other angle look like that guy's landing when he probably didn't land. Judging is the most hardest thing that I get frustrated when people go, I think the other guy won. Was the fight close? Yeah, any guy could have won.
They say sometimes there really are no true robberies.
No, I always tell my fighters that.
Fights and judges see fights through a different lens each time, and that's what makes boxing so unique in terms of sometimes having to put your fate in somebody else's hands, but sometimes you can control that as well. And we'll see how Perez does here in round 2. Starting to open it up a little bit against Davis.
See, if Davis wants a rumble, come forward. But don't cover up. You got Perez who's staying up tall and he's throwing wild punches, but you got it right down the middle. But if you back up, Perez looks like, you know, the more aggressive and more better boxer.
Good 3-punch combo by Perez. Perez occasionally eats a jab or two, and there's still some things to work on the ring, and it's part of that layoff that he's had.
He will land one to land his one big one. And that's why I like to see Davis come forward. If that's what you want to do is rumble, come forward. Don't back up.
Oop. Both fighters get tangled up. Perez just tossing Davis to the canvas. It's not a knockdown. Ricky Gonzalez clears up the action, and here we go. Resuming round number 2. Just under 2 minutes to go.
A lot of times like that, when you got a fighter who's not a knockdown, they go down. See how Davis took his time to get up? You can, why take your time? That's saying like, hey, do I want to stay here or do I want to come up?
So far, it looks like he still wants to be here. He's still throwing.
Yeah.
He's still coming in with that ruthless aggression against Perez. But Perez doing a good job letting his hands go, throwing 3-4 punch combos.
Definitely. Perez is definitely throwing the much busier and landing more punches. Davis needs to throw when Perez throws. Don't let him throw the night throw. Don't let him throw the night throw. Throw when he throws.
Good right hand there by Perez, followed up by the left.
There
Here
he
comes Davis with the uppercut. Fighting off the ropes. Perez trying to wear him down.
See, Davis is game, but he's laying his back on those ropes and letting Perez just pick him apart.
And more importantly, letting Perez dictate the pace of the fight.
Yes.
Good right hand there by Davis off the ropes. Perez, however, continues to come forward.
But Davis goes back to covering up and letting Perez just land 3-4 punch combinations.
40 seconds to go in round 2. Okay, this one's scheduled for 4. A very frenetic pace early on. Very little rest for either side.
Perez he just stays on you and he continuously just lands them big bangs. He's in great condition. Davis needs to push Perez back, not lay on those ropes and try to work off them.
I'll tell you, there's been no feeling out process in this fight. These guys have come in to trade leather. They've been doing it since round 1. Final 10 seconds here, round 2. It ends just like it started with both guys firing away. There's the final bell. Again, another good round. Both guys coming forward, both guys throwing punches, but now, as you mentioned, Ray, it's starting to look like Perez is the busier of the two more consistently.
Yes, he's wearing Davis down, definitely. You know, Davis is attempting. He is throwing those shots, but Perez is throwing 3-4 punch combinations. You see here, Davis does land, but then Perez just walks him down, puts him on the ropes, and he lets his 3-4 punches land. Davis got to keep his back off the rope and try to keep this in the middle, or back Perez up and put him against the ropes.
Quick look at the replay there, and you see Perez just coming forward, taking whatever Davis gives him and continuing to throw those combinations. We want to thank everybody who's joining us tonight here on Nesson, the home of New England sports. Michael Parenti alongside Super Ray Oliveira, bringing you CES Boxing and the Autumn Classic. It's an annual tradition by CES every fall, bringing you all great action from Mohegan Sun Arena. And of course, as we mentioned, proceeds from tonight's event, the pink out here at Mohegan Sun, will go to the Joanne M. Sullivan Foundation for breast cancer research. And here we go, round number 3 underway. Once again, Carlos Perez in the silver trunks taking on Steven Davis in the black. Perez with a pretty good handle on this fight, but Davis will not give up. You know that much. We've seen enough of him to know he's going to keep coming at you.
Now this is the 3rd round. You know, you got to change your tactics and do something different. With Perez, he isn't going to change nothing. Just come forward, keep backing him up, pulling the ropes, and let those combinations land. With Perez, I got to back my opponent. I got to do the opposite and put his back on the ropes.
Now, Ray, if you believe in odds and statistics, there's a good chance we'll see this for 2 more rounds here. Davis has had 9 fights, only been stopped 1 time. That's as durable as you get. You go in there and he goes the rounds, he goes the distance. So he's poised to do the same. He's taken so far what Perez has to offer, but at the end of the day, Perez winning the fight.
Oh, beautiful left hook.
Yeah, it looks like it may have landed in the back of the head.
Oh,
he apologized.
Why
Perez caught him.
didn't say nothing.
Yeah. Again, shades of Ortiz Mayweather.
Yes.
As Davis tries to apologize and stick the hand out,
Like
Perez took a shot.
Tell my fighters when they're sparring, they hold the rope open. Don't hold the rope open for him. He can open his own rope. Like you see Davis get angry in this. Stop being so apologetic.
The referee always says, Ray, protect yourself at all times.
Yes. And like you said earlier, you know, he's a durable fighter. Is he a broken rock ready to crack? You keep tapping that rock, it's going to crack.
It's a very interesting perspective, and we'll see. Good left hand there, straight left by Perez. Now the uppercut. If you want to see some anger from Davis, you'd think you'd see it after that little exchange there, after that.
You thought you would see it, but when he doesn't get angry, he's just too calm.
That was more surprised than anything else that Perez was throwing punches at him. But like you said, Ricky Gonzalez never at any point stopped the action.
I mean, he's going to take a page out of Perez's book. Be angry.
There's a fine line there, Ray, between the sportsmanship aspect or, hey, there's no stoppage, I can keep throwing punches.
Yeah. Perez just landed that left and right hooks to the body and come back to the head.
Perez had Davis against the ropes. Davis continued to fight off the ropes.
Got hurt.
Yeah.
Was that a low blow? Referee didn't think it was and kept going. You can't think the referee's going to jump in all the time and help you. You got to fight yourself and get your own help.
Davis definitely feeling it here. Final 30 seconds, but now he spins Perez around and lands a good right hand and a left to the body.
He gets angry for 1 second, and he lets it go out. Continue that anger.
I think those body shots rocked him midway through the round, but he seems to have recovered. Legs look a little wobbly, but he's still hanging in there.
Perez just keeps walking him down.
Very interesting round. Looking forward to your perspective on this as we get into the final 10 seconds. Good body shot there by Davis, and that will do it. So very interesting round number 3 there, as we had what we thought may have been a blow to the back of the head. Perez kind of called for it, tapped the back of his head. Perez tried to give him more. Davis, there it is, Ray. Look, Davis trying to say, hey, my apologies. Perez hit him with a little jab.
And you can see the referee allowed it to go. You know, I thought I hit you behind the head. I don't care, I'm going to hit you back. Again, like you see here, he thought it was a low blow. No, it was not. With a body shot, referee had a great angle of seeing that, didn't jump in. Stop being so apologetic and fight. Did you come to win, or did you come to survive?
The way I see it, it's not illegal unless the referee calls it. So no matter what happens, another good round for Perez. And it looked like, as you mentioned, Ray, that he had Davis hurt toward the end, probably the body work against the ropes. And you think at some point that Davis may have been looking for a call from Ricky Gonzalez for a low blow, but it did not come. And at least in this case, he kept his guard up and fought through it.
Yeah, definitely.
So here we go, round number 4 about to get underway. Once again, Stephen Davis, game as they come, and Carlos Perez trying to get victory number 5. So far, so good for Davis, or for Perez, rather.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, there's nothing Perez got to change.
No.
Just keep doing what you're doing. It's up to Davis to make that change. Can he do it? Can he get that anger?
Oh, tosses Davis to the ground again, and this time
Perez
Davis
with a throwdown.
a little slow to get up here. That sounded loud. Ricky Gonzalez obviously knows that's not a knockdown.
Will he take a point away? He can't do it right away, because that was deliberate.
He didn't give a warning the first time. That time was definitely a little bit more deliberate than the first one. I think Gonzalez issued a warning, or at least told Perez to
Maybe
keep it
Davis
clean.
being so apologetic got Perez angry.
But we'll see. You asked for Davis to get angry. If that doesn't get him angry, I'm not sure what will.
Exactly.
But we'll see here. Davis now letting it go a little bit. And down he goes.
That there was a low blow. I think that, again, was probably purposely. I could be wrong.
Gonzalez sends Perez to the neutral corner. There comes Gonzalez now over to Perez's corner. Keep the punches up. Definitely a low blow. Davis will get as much time as he needs to recover.
He has 5 minutes to recover if he has to.
It's been a wild 4 rounds. Here's a replay. Oh, yeah.
You
No
know,
doubt about that one.
to me, and I can't be wrong, it looked purposely to me, but I've been wrong a lot.
That's what you call the sweet spot. Not so sweet if you're Stephen Davis, however, and he's still taking his time to recover.
Davis is going to use that entire 5 minutes, at least 3 minutes of it. And I think he's doing the right thing. Get my win back, and he can work.
Looks like Davis is ready to go. We're ready to resume the 4th and final round. Just 1 minute to go here. I think he's definitely seeing an angry Stephen Davis. He's been tossed to the canvas. He's been hit below the belt.
And right now, he looks angry, but let those hands go, Davis.
And we'll see if the anger can manifest itself into something big for Stephen Davis. Certainly not short on action and excitement in this 4-round battle.
No.
I've
Both
enjoyed
men are
watching
winging
it.
it here.
Absolutely. Well, Carlos Perez trying to ride out these final 30 seconds and improve to 5-0 by all accounts. He's got this one on the scorecards. But
Davis is finally coming forward like I wanted to do for the last 30 seconds, but he got to let those hands go. Just don't come forward grunting. Let those hands go. But Perez, he's coming forward now and letting those hands go.
Maybe too little too late for Davis unless he lands something big here in the final 10 seconds. But Perez has controlled this fight. And that's really been the story. We thought that was the final few seconds here, but the fight's still going on.
The clock was wrong because the time was held for the rest. So on the top, it was probably the time was kept going.
So keep that in mind. The scorecard, or rather the timer you saw on the screen, not entirely accurate. We'll hear the 10-second count from the corner momentarily. But this fight not over yet. Still a little time for Davis to get something right, to get something going, but Perez has looked sharp.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong for Perez to change. If you keep doing what you're doing, it ain't changed. Why change it? Perez is the one that got to change. He's got to come forward and get angry and let those hands go. 10 seconds right there.
There it is. There's your final 10 seconds. So Davis now hearing that and trying to come forward and do something here. Actually calling on Perez. And there's your bell. So very exciting. Controversial at times 4-round fight between Carlos Perez and Steven Davis. And obviously, Ray, this was all Perez from the opening bell, but a very spirited effort by Steven Davis nonetheless.
Davis, did he give an effort? Or did he try to last? That's what he got to ask himself.
Well, there is a difference, Ray, right? Coming to win or surviving. And sometimes it's a very fine line and we can't really tell. But you and I have always noted that Davis has been somebody that does come to fight and try to get the victory. You wonder at some point against Perez if he saw the writing on the wall and perhaps maybe pull back.
You can see him when Perez had him hooked behind the head, he threw him down purposely. No matter all that. The blow, purposely. You know, like I said, I could be wrong, but I know today was I wrong. No. Well, Perez did what he had to do. I wanted dirty box. Maybe I can wake this guy up and do something. To me, Davis didn't want to wake up, didn't want to do nothing. Perez came, he did everything he had to do. I got Perez winning all 4 rounds.
There's no question, Ray, too, when things like that happen in the ring, you can get a good glimpse of your opponent's mental capacity. Is he mentally in the fight and capable of coming back from something like that? And it didn't appear that Davis was. Davis, in your estimation and mine, did not get angry enough after the hip toss earlier, the hip toss later, the low blow. And perhaps at that point, Perez knows I've got this guy. If I can do that, he's not going to come at me, then I don't have anything to worry about.
Exactly. Perez came to fight. Davis, I think, came to survive.
And with that, we're going to set it up to the ring announcer, Adam Palacio, with the particulars.
After 4 tough rounds, we go to the scorecard. Judge DeLuca scored the fight 39-37. Judge Feldman and Judge Trella scored the fight 40-36. For your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Carlos Perez.
There it is, 40-36 on 2 scorecards, 39-37 on the other. Carlos Perez gets the victory, goes the distance now for the 5th time in his career, so he has gotten a lot of rounds despite not having a lot of fights, but the comeback does continue. 30-year-old Carlos Perez trying to make his climb and make a statement here in 2025. So far, so good. He gets the W here tonight against Steven Davis, who falls to 1-8-1. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us on Nesson. We've got plenty more to come at the Autumn Classic. Thank you.
Fight fans, if you haven't noticed tonight, we've been doing a peek out. And if you would like to join the peek out, you can make a donation on the foyer level to the Joanne Sullivan Memorial Fund, and you'll get yourself an absolutely free CES pink t-shirt. Now, all tonight's donations will go to the Dana-Farber Cancer Research Institute. So please, make a donation for your level and join our pink out. Thank you.